Hello guys, how you all doing today? It's me, it's Moneyminter75 guys. I'm back for another reaction video talking about our recent Scottish Cup victory over Clydebank. Let's talk about it. Guys, as I said in the intro there, I'm going to be speaking about our recent Scottish Cup victory over Clydebank at the weekend there. First and foremost, I want to explain something. I was going to do a matchday vlog for the video, but I had just come off my night shift for work, and to be honest, it was too much for me. You know, the whole idea of going away, filming the game, everything like that, and then coming back and editing it, it was too much, especially when I had another night shift on the Saturday as well. So, you know, too much for me, so I thought I'd do this video instead. Just obviously talking about the game as well. But first and foremost, I want to say, very, very professional job by David Gray and the boys. I thought we absolutely treated the tie with the respect that it deserved. To put out a full strength team. We absolutely played the game, and not the occasion. We done what was needed, and to be honest, we did play some pretty good football at times. 3-0, I think. I don't think the scoreline flattered us. I think it could have potentially been more. But, you know, it is what it is. To score 3 goals at home is a pretty good result all round. Next thing I just want to talk about as well. A massive shout out to the Clydebank supporters. I thought they were outstanding. From minute 1 to 90, they done nothing but sing. I thought their supporters really the supporters turned out in their numbers. Over 2,000 there for a team that's in the 6th tier of Scottish football. That is outstanding. They took more to Easter Road than a lot of Premiership sides. As I say, they sang from minute 1. I thought they were outstanding. I actually spoke to a big group of the guys on the bus going to my work that night, and they were obviously really complimentary about Hibs and how we played the game, but also I was very complimentary towards them as well, because I felt that Clydebank were actually trying to play the game in the right way. You know, it would have been too easy for them to come to Easter Road and just hoof the ball forward, sit with 11 men behind the ball and just hoof the ball forward, or 10 men behind the ball and just hoof the ball forward. It would have been far too easy for them to do that. And to be fair, they tried to play out for the back. There was times where, you know, they were getting a lot of luck, in the middle. When you start that again, there was times where they were getting a lot of luck in the middle of the park as well. As I say, I thought they tried to play the game in the way that it deserved. So massive shout out to Clydebank, massive shout out to the supporters. Honestly, thought you were outstanding. So talking about the game, for minute 1, again, Hibs were on it. We got the really early goal in both the first and second half. I'm not going to say we were in between, we were outstanding, because I felt there was times in the game where we were just kind of going through the motions. I felt there was times in the first half where we were quite slow. Lewis Miller was really annoying me at points, because rather than do the simple things, he was trying to beat the guy out on the right hand side with skill, rather than just doing what he was good at. I mean, there was times where, see, when he knocked the ball past the player and just accelerated, he was winning 9 times out of 10, whereas he was trying wee fancy flicks and turns and everything like that. It just wasn't working for him. That's, again, my opinion. Listen, I'm not a professional football player. As you can tell, I'm not a professional football player, far from it. I'm not going to tell guys what they should and what they shouldn't do. That's just how I felt the game was going. You know what I mean? Sad to see Rocky go off at half time, because I thought he was another one. Looked really solid. O'Hara came on to me, I thought O'Hara played really well. I think he's coming on to a wee bit of form now as well. Was impressed by Iredale. You know, again, he's another one that's came on to a wee bit of form right now and is doing quite well. After a wee bit of a shaky start in his Hibs career, I think he's doing quite well. So obviously the defence played, in my opinion, quite well. Going into midfield, I felt Josh Campbell coming on at the start of the second half changed the dynamic of the midfield, and I felt it was a positive sub as well. If I had one real complaint about the midfield, I was really disappointed at Kwon. I thought he was, I'm being honest, when we first signed him, I thought he was a really, really good player. I thought it was a really good signing, a real stamp of intent. The first, stamp of intent? What the fuck? A real, what's that expression? Sign of intent. Fucking, oh my god, honestly, I'm having a shocker. But anyway, you can take the piss at me in the comments for that if you want, which I'm sure you'll do. If not in the comments, I'm sure you'll do privately, but carry on. As I say, real sign intent when we signed Kwon. First couple of games I thought he was playing really, really well, and then his form has just nosedived off a cliff. The last couple of matches I've been really, really frustrated with him. Again, it's just the simple things that he just doesn't seem to be doing. I think as well, he's starting to shrink out of tackles as well. I've seen that on Saturday quite a bit, that, 50-50s, he was losing them quite a lot. Wee passes that, instead of that simple pass forward, he was constantly looking to go to the side or go back. Again, I know that's his role, I suppose. That's the kind of player that he is. But still, you want the boy to be able to play the ball forward now and again. But if I had a real complaint, that was it. All right. And then, I felt the rest of the midfield played well. I was really happy for Rudy to get his goal. Delighted for Boiler to get his 2 goals as well. Delighted to see Bowie back, which, is a big player for us. He was a real big money signing when he came in. He looked the part in the beginning, then obviously got injured. He's obviously now going to try and get back into the game as well, get back into the team as well, and hopefully he'll pick up a bit of form as well. Actually, I've just thought another wee negative that I've remembered there. We badly need a striker. No disrespect to the big fella, Mykola, but at the end of the day, it's not working. And I know everybody was excited when we re-signed him on loan. I was one of them. But it's not working. Do you know what I mean? I just felt, and I know he's been injured for a long time. It seems to be the theme that he's had his whole career. He's had wee niggly injuries here, there and everywhere. And to me, he just didn't look interested on Saturday. And you would have thought he's wanting to throw down a marker for the rest of the season. You would have thought. But it just didn't work. And to be fair, there was times where the thing that really frustrated me about him was, he's not a wing player. He's an old-fashioned centre forward. He really needs to be in the penalty box, right? Every time he was playing the ball, he wasn't looking. He wasn't kind. He just again was looking to play it back, and then he was out on the wing. Why? He was running in on goal at times and he was going out to the sides rather than just trying to go through the middle, and it was really, really frustrating. I mean, to me, his first touch isn't there. He barely won a header on Saturday, and as I say, to me, I think this experiment with the loan signing again, to me, is verging on failing. But again, I'm putting that down to he's had injuries. He's not in the best of form at the minute. Obviously, with the injuries, it's not helped. So I'm giving him as much of the benefit of the doubt as I possibly can, but with it being January and almost the end of January as well, we badly need reinforcements at the top of the park, in my opinion. Obviously, Boyle's coming back into a bit of form now with goal scoring and assists as well. He's now starting to rediscover the form that made him such a great player for Hibs. I read a stat the other day, scored 91 goals for Hibs. That's outstanding. Do you know what I mean? For a player as well that supposedly does nothing in the team. But anyway, we'll not go there. 91 goals for Hibs. That's outstanding, And I want him to get the century. I want him to get the 100 goals. And I think he might potentially get that this season. But obviously, that raises up a question as well. Do we keep Martin Boyle on for another year? Another 2 years? Do we do what we do with him what we done with Darren McGregor and David Gray? Give him long-term deals in order to keep him at the club, both on the pitch and behind the scenes. Is that an avenue that we could potentially look towards? I don't know, personally speaking, it's definitely something that I would like to see the club do, because I don't think it could be underestimated just how important that is. You know, when you think about it, we went for having a big core group of players who understood what it was to play for Hibs and who understood what it meant to play for Hibs. We've kind of lost that slightly, or we had lost that slightly, where it kind of just, you know, we went through signing anybody who just looked like they were ready for a game of football, but just didn't understand what it was to play for a team like Hibs. I think slowly but surely we're starting to get that back again, and we're starting to get that identity back as well. So I hope that obviously that carries on, but we're just going to have to wait and see what happens, aren't we? Anyway, I'm going to leave the video there, guys. I feel like I've done my ranting and raving about the game as much as I possibly can. Overall, as I say, really positive performance, really positive. It's brilliant to be in the next round of the Cup. We'll find out our opponents tonight after the Dundee Derby. Hopefully, you know, we'll get another... I didn't even want to say we'll get an easy tie, because at the end of the day, it's Hibs. We could take an easy tie and make it difficult. We know this. So it will be interesting to see who we get in the next round. Personally speaking, you know, I'd love another home... start that again. I'd love another home draw to see who we could obviously play at Easter Road and, you know, get the crowd right behind us again. Is a Scottish Cup journey again on the cards? We're going to have to wait and see. Personally speaking, I think that's probably came a wee bit too soon for this team right now. Hopefully, you know, that nucleus of players that we've got just now, we're just going to keep adding and building and building towards the future. As I say, if we get another Scottish Cup run, we end up back at Hampden for a semi-final, final, brilliant. If we end up winning it again, brilliant, who knows. But, you know, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. But as I say, I'll leave the video there. If you're new around here, please give the video a like. It really helps me out when you do that. Subscribe to the channel, Moneyminter75. Click that bell icon beside the subscribe button. That will let you know when I upload. But that being said, guys, see you after. I'm going to do another reaction video for the game after the game against Ross County. I'll see you there on Saturday. Until then, take care.